How do you want to transform your work as a teacher evaluator? I'm so deeply interested in this question, and I really want to hear your ideas. My friend Leslie Gant and I have been training evaluators in Boston together for the past 8 years, and now we're trying to create a more in-depth teacher evaluator training to share beyond the Boston Public Schools. So Leslie and I have started thinking about what are the content and skills and habits of mind that we want to support evaluators in developing. And yesterday we spent some time thinking about how do evaluators want to transform their practice? So we thought about this from the perspective of people want to go from to. So let me show you what I mean. So one of the things we thought about is we both hear from evaluators all the time that folks want to go from feeling like evaluations are all about requirements and compliance to actually making it a process that is about coaching and supporting people's growth. We also hear from evaluators all the time that folks want to go from doing the minimum with the process and just sort of going through the motions to really meaningful engagement focused on people's growth, right? Really meaningfully engaging with staff on what they want to grow in and in what ways their students need them to grow. We also hear from folks all the time that they want to go from evaluations feeling like a burden that they dread, right? Many of you might dread aspects of the evaluation process to feeling like evaluation and feedback is a key strategy for moving your school, right? And really seeing ways in which you can use the evaluation process to support all of your school improvement efforts. So we know that in some schools, the principal is the only evaluator in the building. But in other schools, what we sometimes see is a team of evaluators with different strengths, mostly evaluating in isolation from one another. And we know that what really can support the deepening and strengthening of the evaluation work in the school is if there's a coherent team approach with a similar process. Because we all know how it goes when different evaluators have different processes, different expectations, different practices. It can create some discord in the building and some issues. Another thing that Leslie and I hear often is we hear that teachers are receiving infrequent, unclear, and/or unhelpful feedback. And we know that teachers want to be getting high quality feedback that helps them grow. So this is one of the most important transformations that we can make as evaluators, from giving feedback that isn't really supporting teachers' growth to giving feedback that is. And Leslie and I got really excited about this next one. We think it's really important to shift from a process done to teachers to a process that is done with teachers. And Leslie and I both have a lot of strategies about how to shift the evaluation process from one where teachers just feel like it's happening to them to one where it really feels like a partnership between the evaluator and the teacher, where you're working together to support the teacher's growth. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear which ones of these you're interested in. So here's just a few more. A lot of times the evaluation process in a school sort of functions in isolation. It's like just the evaluation process as it is. But what Leslie and I really believe in, and what we both have done in schools where we've led the evaluation work, is that the evaluation should really be woven into your school improvement plan and aligned to your school goals. Because then what you start to do is you start to see everyone really getting focused on those core school improvement efforts, and the evaluation process can be a great way to move those specific efforts forward. Another way that Leslie and I have seen evaluators need to and want to transform is we hear a lot from evaluators that they're confident supporting some teachers. And for different evaluators, this might be different categories of folks. For example, some evaluators I know are most comfortable supporting new teachers because new teachers often want and need more direction than more experienced teachers. And then I also see some evaluators who really aren't that comfortable supporting the highest performing teachers. Some evaluators actually think those folks don't need or want feedback. But I really believe that all teachers need and want feedback. And so an important transformation for us to make as evaluators is to really be able to support the growth of all teachers, not just some teachers. So another thing that Leslie and I were talking about is how, especially for principals, but a lot of times for other administrators and evaluators too, we can feel like we're just drowning in the reality of the job, especially if we're working in an underfunded school system where the demands on school leaders are just extraordinarily high. And what we want to see instead of feeling like drowning is we want folks to feel like they're being the leader they want to be, who is giving teachers the support that they need. And the last transformation that Leslie and I talked about is we talked about how a lot of evaluators avoid giving honest feedback. And we got really into some of the different reasons why we think evaluators avoid giving honest feedback. And some of those are fear, right? Folks fear the reaction that a teacher will have to their honest feedback. But we also talked about how a lot of evaluators who we've worked with and who we've coached and trained actually feel a lot of shame for not being as active and present an evaluator as they want to be and as they know they should be. And sometimes that feeling of shame about what they haven't been doing prevents them from feeling like they can give honest feedback to the teacher. And then we also know that some folks worry about teachers leaving if they give them honest feedback. So what we know is so important is to transform from this place of avoiding giving the honest feedback to really being able to give authentic, honest feedback that truly supports the teacher's growth. So Leslie and I are so excited to hear from you, and we want to know from you, in what way do you want to transform your practice? So if you can think about this concept of where you are now and where you want to go to, we would love for you to comment below. Where do you feel like you want to go from to in your work as an evaluator? So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in teacher evaluations, I've got lots of other videos on this topic that you can check out. And as always, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and click that notification bell so that you know about future videos. And remember, if you lead with love, you will love to lead.